Hello, hello. I'm Kim Trathan, business and marketing coach, and we are going live today to talk about growing to your next income level. This is why some people get a little afraid to go live. I just got something in my eye, so I'm sure that'll clear out. And I'm hoping some of you can join me live today. Oh, it looks like Penny's on. Hi, Lindsay. Hey, guys, as you hop on, drop me a little hello because Facebook does not always show me who is on. And what we're going to do today, I got to share with you guys too. I was walking my dogs and decided to walk them like 45 minutes ago, an hour. I was walking my dogs through our wooded trails and decided to walk them in their nylon collar instead of their pokey collars. We have 2 huskies because I thought maybe they were good enough on a leash to do that now. Long story short, a baby deer jumped out of the bushes right in front of us, and those 2 huskies took off. Virtually dragged me. I was still on my feet, but dragged me down the trail, and I didn't want to lose their leashes, and they slammed me into a tree. My shoulder, my hip, my knee, full speed into a tree. I'm so glad my face didn't get hit, or I could have had 2 black eyes and a broken nose. I feel like I've been in a car accident, though. Apparently, I Googled it. Huskies can run like 28 miles per hour, so they weren't going full speed since I was trying to pull them back. But I am quite sore over here. Hi, Lonnie. Hi, Penny. I know. So this arm, especially the shoulder, took the brunt of the hit of the tree. So I'm kind of okay sitting here, but like picking up, like raising it is really sore. So if I look a little stiff on today's live, it's because of that. So I took a warm bath when I got home. And I am going to be tagging her. Oh God, yeah, that hurt. I wanted everybody to see my amazing picture. Can you guys see it back there? I don't know if y'all saw, but I had her do that for me. I had Bree do that for me so that she used one of my photographs and created that digital illustration. So I'm getting my office and my new house put together. So yeah, I have that propped up there. It's gonna get hung. We gotta do lighting. So yes, I'm excited. I got that. Got a white frame for it. Hi Nintendo. Hi Beniswa, if you're still on. Hi Kylie. Oh, I'm so good to see you guys. Hi Elsa Marie. Prabashni. Hey. Awesome ladies. I'm super excited to see you guys. So what we're going to do, you know what? I'm going to loosen up. I put a song on for us, okay? Real quick, short song. Remember guys, if you're doing this in your own Facebook page or group, you do not own the copyrights to the music that you decide that you like to play. So you can't play it for very long or Facebook strips the audio off. But Uchi Ratchet. Are you ladies with me? Maybe this will loosen up my sore shoulder. That's hard to say. All right, ladies, it's only Thursday, but we're starting with a dance party. Okay, we are going to talk today about scaling your business to that next income level. All right. I don't want to get put in Facebook jail. We are talking today about scaling to the next income level. So I have specific things that I want to share with you guys and talk with you about, but I also want to make sure that everybody on the live knows that you can ask questions. Okay, this is a space for us to come together, support each other, for everybody to learn and grow. My main focus with this community is that it is a space for female entrepreneurs to grow to the next level. Okay, so if anybody's looking for digital art, I know who to hook you up with. So what I want you guys to do first, if you are watching the live, I want you to share with everybody on this, drop in the comments and share what your next income goal is. Okay, because we're going to have a lot of people in this group that are at all different stages. I can't talk. Maybe I did hit my head on the tree. We have people in this group that are at all different stages of business. And whether your income level, whether you are trying to scale to signing that first client, to getting consistent clients, to maybe scaling to $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, beyond $15,000 a month, right? Every single level that you're at, and we've talked about this before, every single level that you're at, there's mindset work that has to be done. It can be scary. You can hold yourself back. What you did to get yourself to the level you're currently at may not work to get yourself to the next level. Okay, so no matter what level you're at right now, you need to be thinking about what changes you need to make to bring yourself to that next level. Does that make sense, guys? So go ahead and share with us. Drop a comment. Oh, Kylie said you're a husky mom too. Oh, girlfriend. Yeah, those Huskies are runners. Those Huskies are runners. Okay. Hi, Beniswa. All right, guys. So share with us what your next level looks like. What is your immediate goal that you're working toward right now? Because what I want you to do, I want you to get the most out of this training that you possibly can. So that means I am here, guys. This is like free live business coaching as well as a training, because it's not just a training where I'm teaching you, but this is a time and space for you to ask your questions and get my feedback on whatever that next level looks like for you. So Penny said, my next income goal is to have consistent clients every month. That consistency is key. Guys, so many entrepreneurs, if that is your next goal too, trust me, you are not alone. So many entrepreneurs, especially in the online space, right? That's who I'm dealing with. So many entrepreneurs in the online space deal with the feast or famine, right? Oh my gosh, I have all these clients. This is amazing. Holy shit, my pipeline ran dry and I have nobody. Like, how am I gonna get more clients in? I just got clients in, June. How am I gonna get clients in July? And what we want to do, those high highs are great. And we want to have really successful months. But in some respect, we want to level it out. Instead of having a huge, those huge feasts, all those clients come in and then nothing because the pipeline runs dry. So what is really important to do with that? It's really, really important that you are constantly working in your business to do the marketing, okay? And you're not only worried about serving clients. So often that feast or famine happens there's actually two main reasons that the majority of women I talk to suffer with the feast and famine and don't have consistent clients coming in. Number one, in full disclosure, it's people that are solely reliant on referrals. And if you don't know how to generate your own leads in your business, you are always reliant on somebody else referring you. And we love referrals. I am not saying turn referrals away or that referrals are bad, but what I'm saying is that you should have two pieces to how you're getting clients. If you are solely referral based and something happens, right? And you can dive deeper into that too, okay? Because if most of your business comes from word of mouth, if most of your business comes from referrals, you really want to look at who is referring you, okay? And this is an extreme example, but to make a point, if you have one person that is responsible for the bulk of your referrals, right? And maybe until you look at it, you don't even realize, if you have one person responsible for the bulk of your referrals and that person gets hit by a truck tomorrow, your business has just lost its main lead generation source. Okay, so again, referrals are fabulous. We love referrals. But if you are solely reliant on that, you are solely reliant on those people to continue to refer you business. So what you want to do, and that is one of the reasons why I see the feast or famine, because they got a bunch of referrals in and suddenly they didn't get as many referrals in. Then they get a whole bunch more referrals in, okay? So if you are solely reliant on referrals, that could be the driving force to feeling like the feast or famine. The other thing is, if you are reliant on referrals, and even if they're coming in consistently right now, you need to think about what happens down the road, because you don't have as much control in your business when you are relying on other people to refer you. And yes, there are things you can do with asking for referrals, and you can be a little bit proactive about it. But bottom line, when it comes to referral-based business, you are reliant on those other people or that person referring you. So if you're in that situation, whether or not you're feeling the feast and famine right now, or if you're just feeling the feast right now with the referrals coming in, it's really, it's really important that you start building the systems and strategies now so that you also know how to generate your own leads where you're not reliant on other people. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense, okay? So solely relying on referrals is one of the top reasons why women don't see the consistency in their business. The women that I talk to don't see the consistency in their business. The other reason women don't see consistency in their business is because really they don't know how to proactively go out and get their own clients. It may not even necessarily mean that they are so busy serving clients. This can be separate from the feast or famine. If you're only feeling famine, right? If you're only trying to figure out, maybe you've signed a couple, doesn't mean you haven't signed any. Maybe you've signed a couple clients, but really you don't know, you almost feel like you got lucky. Now, I'm going to tell you from a mindset standpoint, if you signed one client, you can sign 10 clients. If you sign 10 clients, you can sign 50 clients. okay? I'm operating under the assumption everybody is working ethically, okay? Everybody knows their stuff and they're working ethically. Under that assumption, you can do it. But the thing is, sometimes you can kind of get lucky where what you posted happened to resonate with that one person that signed on with you, but you don't know how to replicate it. And having a specific strategy in place, okay? When I work with my clients, for example, my goal is that every single one of my clients knows by the time when we're working together, it's one of the first things I teach, is what your income generating activities are. Those are the things that you do in your business that actually bring clients in the door. If you don't know what your income generating activities are, let's hop on a quick call together and let's have a little free strategy session around your business, okay? I am more than happy to do that for you guys. Drop the word call, whether you're on the live or replay, drop the word call if you would like one of the free strategy sessions, and we can talk about how you're getting clients in your business. Because what often happens if you're relying only on referrals, or if you're only feeling famine and you don't have the clients coming in, whether it's your first clients or your 10th client, right? But you don't have that consistency in your business. Typically, it's because you don't know how. You don't know what your income generating activities are. So you don't know exactly what you have to do to get somebody on the phone with you and sign that next client. And that is a game changer. So many yes, Katie, awesome. What I'll do, guys, if I see that you drop the word call for one of those free strategy sessions, after the live ends, then I'll go through and I'll reach out to everybody that really hurt. Then I'll reach out to everybody that dropped the word call, and we can talk about getting your strategy session booked, okay? Awesome, Katie. We'll be in touch. So the other thing that can happen, especially, I want to say especially, it might be more common with earlier stage entrepreneurs, but not necessarily, okay? I've talked to women that are bringing in about $5,000 a month, maybe even a little bit more, 5 to 8, but they don't know how to scale beyond that because they fall into the same category of not knowing exactly what their income generating activities are. Or maybe they scaled to that point through their referrals that they're getting, but they don't know how to proactively go out and truly generate leads. And when you know, so what can happen is women feel like they are constantly working in their businesses, okay? They feel overworked, but the clients aren't coming in, not enough clients or not any clients. So they end up feeling frustrated, overworked, and underpaid. And that's like the perfect recipe for burnout. I don't know if burnout is defined in the dictionary, but if it was, I feel like it should say overworked and underpaid, right? And frustrated. You have to know what your income generating activities are, because if you are constantly busy in your business, but you don't have the money coming in, that's like a red flag flashers going off to me that you're spending your time on the wrong things. Because there is space out there and there's enough clients out there for every single one of us to be profitable and hit our income goals. It is not a scarcity issue that there are not enough clients out there for you, but you may not be focusing on the right things in your business. Okay, I hope that's clear. If that's not clear, guys, drop me a little note here and let me know, and I'm happy to talk about that a little bit further. So what we really want to do, when I say we want to even it out, I'm not saying that you have to take your high months and that you shouldn't be making, if you're doing the feast or famine cycle in your business, when I talk about leveling it out, I am not saying that we need to take that high month and bring it down, but let's take that high month and make that the norm, right? Let's not have these huge dips. And when you know what your income generating activities are, and you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, I need to talk to this many people, I want this many sales calls booked. Let's say I want to sign this many clients. I need this many sales calls booked. And today I need to do these 3 things and I will book those sales calls. That's what it looks like to know what your income generating activities are and actually do them and be productive in your business. So again, free strategy sessions, guys. If you don't know exactly how to get clients into your business, regardless if you've signed your first client or you're trying to scale beyond referrals, trying to break through the 10K month, whatever that looks like in your business, drop the word call and I'll reach out to you later today and we'll get your free strategy session set up. So one of the first things I want you guys to think about when you're looking at scaling to the next income level is, what does that look like for you? Because as I talked about a minute ago, right, we can be at all different places in our business and we're still looking at scaling. If you haven't signed your first client yet, you're looking at scaling to getting clients, right? If you are stuck at $2,000 a month, you seem to consistently bring in $2,000 a month, but you can't get beyond that, then you're looking at scaling to a higher income level, right? Maybe you want to scale to $5,000 months or $10,000 months. So the first step then we talked about the IGAs, your income generating activities. And if you're joining late, make sure to go back and watch the replay because that was a really, really key piece, okay? The income generating activities are a super key piece to know. Okay, now I want you to really think about what scaling looks like for you. And one of the things that I've seen I've seen more so with brand new entrepreneurs is that your next income level, your next goal should be realistic goal, okay? And I am huge into mindset and I fully believe in dreaming big and things like that. But if you've been in business for 6 months or 12 months, 2 months, if you have never signed a client, or you've made very, very little money in your business. We talked about this before when we talked about income setting, like your income goals for the year. If you have made very, very little money in your business and you really don't know how to get consistent clients in, it's probably not realistic for you to say that your next income goal is $20,000 months, right? If for the last 3 months you've made $800 in your business, it sounds like you don't have the strategies in place to know how to scale to $20,000 months, right? So you need to do some work around that. You need to figure out exactly what is your next income goal. And when I say it needs to be a realistic, what I really mean is that you need to have a sound strategy with how you're going to do that. So knowing what your next income goal is, what your next goal is, and then having a good strategy of how you're going to get there. Excuse me. That walk in the woods got my allergies going today too. So you need to map it out, okay? You should be able to map out your exact strategy of how you're going to hit this goal. All too often, one of the things, I'm going to share it with you guys, one of the things that I hear from women is they'll say something along the lines of, well, I recently started and it's been a couple months, so I haven't signed many clients yet, or I haven't signed my first client yet, but I really want to be making $10,000 months. And I think what happens, guys, is we see that all over on social media, and we see people that do have overnight, I use quotes for that, overnight success in their business. But if you don't know how to get there and you don't know what happened in that person's life right before that overnight success, you don't know what investments they made, you don't know who they worked with, you don't know what their background was. Even if it was their first program launch as an entrepreneur, they may have been doing those things in corporate for the last 20 years, right? Like you just don't know. It can be really misleading when you see these overnight successes on social media. So it's really important that you map it out. And one of the biggest things that I see is that women don't have consistency, aren't sure how to hit their income goals, but then set these really big goals and seem to think if they just show up and be visible, it's going to happen for them. And I'm going to be a little bit of a truth serum, okay? Tough love, okay? I'm going to give you guys tough love because I care about this group and I care about the people in it too much to watch you continue struggling like that. Number one, if you have been trying something for months now and it hasn't worked, it's not going to magically work tomorrow. Okay, something is broken in your system. Something isn't connecting with your ideal clients, or you're not getting in front of the right people, or your messaging is off, your pricing is off, your program is off, right? There's all different things that it can be. Something is broken in your strategy because if it hasn't worked for a couple months, it's not going to magically work now. And I see people hanging on to broken strategies for far too long, especially earlier stage entrepreneurs that are really worried. They're budget conscious. They're worried about how much they're investing in their businesses. They're almost scared to invest because they haven't made money. But you're going to continue wasting time if you don't have a strategy to help you make money. And if your strategy hasn't been working, then it's really time for you to get honest with yourself about that and figure out what you actually need in order to start hitting your goals. Okay, the other little piece of tough love. So number one, if you've been doing the same thing for months and it hasn't worked, you need to change it up, okay? It's not gonna magically work now. The other thing that I see, several people I've seen online, I've had conversations with, so like I'm an online business and marketing coach. I've had several people say to me, well, why should I pay you when I could just Google it, okay? And I did a social media post around this, you might have seen it. Here's the thing with Google, okay? Tough love, guys. Here's the thing with Google. Google is free, right? It's at all of our fingertips. If you could easily Google your way to a profitable business, number one, you already would have done it, right? You already would have done it. It would be super easy to Google, how do I run a profitable business? And it would come up like that, and all the strategies would work. So number one, if it was that easy to Google your way to a successful business, you would have already done it. And number two, no businesses would fail. None of them, right? Because in this day and age, we all have Google at our fingertips. So there's this really bad misconception out there that because Google is free and because there's a ton of information out there, that you shouldn't make a financial investment in your business. And really what you're doing is you're keeping yourself stuck by doing that. Because again, it goes back to that first point that I made a minute ago, that if your strategies haven't worked for you for months, they're not going to magically work for you now. So the one thing that you need to be really honest with yourself with when you are looking at scaling your business, and again, this applies at all levels of scaling, right? And I say this with the most love for you guys, you have to be honest with yourself about what is working and what isn't working for you. Do not stick your head in the sand and tell yourself, I just have to be present more. I just have to be visible more, because it takes more than just being visible. Yes, if you never show up online, nobody's going to see you. Yes, if you never talk about your programs, nobody's going to know what you offer to invest with you. But it takes more than that. It takes a specific strategy. So when you're looking at where you are now and where you want to be, you need to have that strategy, those steps exactly mapped out of how you're going to get there. And if you don't know how you're going to get there, that's a really big indicator that it is time to invest in your business and get the support that you need to build that strategy. Okay? Because again, Google, we love Google. But if it were that easy, ladies, no businesses would fail. So number one, when you're looking at scaling your business, if you aren't making money or you're stuck at a certain income level, you need to know exactly what your income generating activities are so that you know exactly what is bringing clients into your business. Okay. Number two, and these could actually be flip-flopped in order. I'll be honest, those could be flip-flopped. It's because I went off script and I got all fired up talking about those IGAs, those income generating activities in the beginning. But number two that we talked about is knowing exactly what your next level is, right? What goal are you going for? And it needs to be a realistic goal for where you're currently at. Like we talked about a minute ago, if you haven't signed a client, right, and you've been working on it for 6 months, your goal for July probably shouldn't be $10,000, right? Like unless you are investing right now and you're building that strategy, it's not going to magically happen, right? Unicorns and fairy dust would be amazing, and I love unicorns, but it doesn't really work like that. Okay, so next thing I want you to be honest with yourself with when you are looking at scaling to a specific income level. Okay, with this one, I am not necessarily talking about signing like your first client, but when you are looking at scaling to the next income level. Okay, so maybe you've signed some clients, maybe you're at the $2,000 a month mark and you want to scale up to, let's say, $10,000 a month. Okay, you have to take a look at what you're offering and know how you're going to get there. Okay, one of the things that I love, because I feel like it pulls it into perspective for most people, is you need to stop trying to sell your Gucci services on a Wall Street, not a Wall Street. You need to stop selling your Gucci services on a Walmart budget. Okay, you need to think about how you're positioning yourself online. You need to think about the strategies that you have in place, right? All of that, okay? So this does take a financial investment. But what often happens is when you have invested in your business and you've learned the skills that you need to learn, everything starts to feel easier in your business. And you also start to, I think you come into your sales calls with more confidence when you're charging higher ticket prices. Okay, so if you want to be making $10,000 a month, let's use this example. Let's say you're making $2,000 a month right now, and you want to scale to $10,000 a month, okay? And you want to scale to $10,000 a month. If you are selling a $200 package, you need a heck of a lot more clients to get up to $10,000 than you do with $2,000, right? Follow with me here. So I want you looking at what your program price is, okay? You are always going to be more profitable when you sell. You're going to get the highest return on investment when you sell your highest priced package. What can happen, okay, so as you're looking at scaling your income, maybe you need to scale your pricing. Now, with that said, again, I'm not talking to the people that are trying to sign their first client with this, Because if you don't know how to sell, let's say you don't know how to sell a $1,000 package, you're probably not going to magically know how to sell a $5,000 package, right? So I'm not, with this one, I am specifically talking to the women that are already making some money in their business, and now they're looking at getting to that next level. You may need to revamp your programs, okay? But selling higher priced programs, again, right? We're selling our Gucci level services, right? I want you being as profitable as you can be. If you want to hit $5,000 a month, right, you're going to hit that a lot faster selling, if you need 2 clients at $5,000 compared to 10 clients at $1,000, right? Do you see that? So you're going to hit your income goals faster when you pay really close attention to what your program prices are at. Does that make sense, guys? Drop a comment if it doesn't. You guys are really quiet today in the comments. So yes. Oh, look at it. I see some comments came through that I didn't see earlier. All right. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Reminder, or if you're just hopping on, catch the replay. You'll want to hear the beginning info to this. But to remind you guys too, if scaling your business is something that you need some help with, if you don't know exactly how to bring clients in, if you don't know exactly what your income generating activities are, meaning the things that make you money in your business, I'm happy to offer you guys a free strategy session. These are really for people that haven't already done a free strategy session with me. But just go ahead and drop the word call, and then I'll reach out to you later today. We can talk about the strategy session and get you on my calendar. Okay? So you're going to map out what your next level is, and then you're going to map out what you need to get there. Okay? You're going to map out what you need to get there. So think about if you're trying to scale to an income level, it might be time to scale your pricing for your packages as well. Okay? So think about that. Think about what you need. What is the quickest way to your goal? That's really what it comes down to, guys. What is the quickest way for you to get to your goal? Because I think we all want to be as profitable as we can, as quickly as we can, right? Otherwise, that's when that frustration, burnout, overwhelm, all of those start to really set in the longer that we are grinding in our business without seeing, and it's not even just about the money, okay, but without seeing a financial return on the time that we're spending in our business, that it's also energetic, right? Energetically, there should be an exchange. There should be an exchange between you and your clients, your potential clients, the audience that you're nurturing. There should be an energetic exchange with the universe, with the amount of time and effort that you're investing in your business. And that energy coming back to you, yes, we get satisfaction and we're excited to help our clients and it feels good and we're following our dreams and our passions. But that energy coming back from the universe also comes back in the form of a financial exchange. Okay, so you should be profitable in your business. I see some comments coming through, so let me look at these a minute. Guys, my shoulder is killing me. Oh my gosh, those darn dogs of mine. Hi, Erica. Erica says, makes sense. Where would you start for your first client? Okay, I'm going to share with you the first thing that I did when I started my business. We have a lot of new faces in the group over these last few weeks. So I'm going to share with you guys, when I came from the corporate world, okay, marketing is my background. That's why I know this stuff. And when I first decided to launch my business, I was not the person that sat around on Google for 3 months trying to make it happen. I was the person that I said immediately, talked to my husband about starting my own business, had the conversation. I had his full support, which is awesome. The very first thing that I did, Erica, I invested in a high-level coaching program because I knew for me, I wanted to get my online business set up as quickly as I possibly could, okay? As quickly as I possibly could because I wasn't going to be sitting around, dinking around for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. So when I hear brand new entrepreneurs say, well, I can't invest yet because I haven't made money yet, okay, that's really a mindset issue. Now, again, I've talked about this before. If you literally don't know how you're going to buy a loaf of bread to feed your children next month, probably not the right time to start a business, right? Because you don't have any money to invest in it. And no program out there is going to give you overnight results. Every program out there, every coach out there is going to work with you and teach you strategies, but it takes time and it takes work. So again, caveat, if you don't know how you're going to pay your mortgage payment or feed your children, it's probably not the right time for you to invest in your business. And you can continue spending time in it on your own. But if it's not profitable for you, it may not be the right time for you to start a business. So with that said, the very first thing I did was I invested in a coach because I wanted to get my business set up quickly, and I did. Now for my actual, technical advice on where would I start for finding your first client, it really depends on what you do, Erica, and who your ideal client is. The number one thing that comes with any business, any sales that you're making, is that it's really about building relationships. Building a relationship online with people looks very, very similar to what it does in real life, right? And face-to-face, in person. It looks very, very similar to that. So knowing where is your community? Where are your ideal clients hanging out, right? And what is it that you offer that is going to make them want to pay you money for it? What is that main result that they are getting from you? And when you have really, really good clarity around those things, and yeah, I see you dropped the word call too. So awesome. This will be really good. We can talk about this a little bit more on the strategy session. When you have clarity around those things, and when you have a specific strategy, again, guys, I was a stats major in college. Okay. I was a stats major that ended up getting into marketing. The strategy is such an important piece to me. Because what can happen, every single piece, right? Mindset work, money mindset work, all of those things are important, but you're not going to journal yourself to your next client. I'm sorry, that's my belief, okay? Because if you don't have a strategy, it's twofold. You need to know that you can do this, and you need to be taking the scary action. You need to be taking the steps in the right direction, which can be a total 100% mindset issue. But without that strategy piece, if you don't literally know what you have to do online to attract your ideal clients, and that's really what it comes down to. I see too many people wasting time online chasing people around, right? Maybe there's a post that somebody's looking for a graphic designer, let's say, and there's 50 comments or 100 comments on it. And so you're a graphic designer and you say hey, I'd love to help you, and you drop your link. That's chasing somebody around online, and odds are that's not going to convert very well for you. Instead, if you know what to do and you have a strategy in place to attract your ideal clients to you, that's when it becomes a game changer, right? That's when you have people reaching out to you saying, hey, I want to talk with you about what you do, right? Maybe, I might need you. I want to learn more, things like that. So when you know what to do to go online and actually attract your ideal clients, it's a complete game changer in your business. I hope that's helpful for you, Erica. Let me know if it's not, but yeah, I see you dropped a free call. So we will chat about that free strategy session later on today. So next thing, and we've already touched on this a little bit, but I'm going to reiterate it because I do see this a lot with the brand new entrepreneurs, is knowing when the time is right to invest in your business. For anybody out there, the time is right when you want to move quickly in your business. And it really comes down to knowing who that right person is for you to work with, right? So for example, I'm a business coach. You could line me up next to 9 other business coaches, and we each may have a completely different specialty. We may each have a completely different zone of genius, right? So you're not going to get the same result from just any business coach out there. We each have our specific things, our personalities, things like that. I specifically focus on teaching my clients those strategies to get consistent clients in their business. That is 100% my focus. Mindset things may come up. We work with them. We work through them. But my focus is teaching my clients exactly how to get clients online. My number one goal is teaching my clients exactly what their income generating activities are. And that's how my clients scale quickly. That's how Alicia was able to break into the international space, double her prices, and sign that first international client. That's how Kayla was able to, during the pandemic, when she was afraid that she was going to have her lowest month in business because she thought what she did was a luxury for small business owners. We talked about a strategy, and that's how she was able to have her highest month in business and break through the $10,000 mark in the month of April when other businesses were shutting down. Okay, that's what I specifically do. So knowing the last tip for you guys is knowing what you need and really treating your business like the business that it is. I don't know very many businesses that were able to become super profitable and successful without investing something, right? Maybe we're investing in software. Maybe we're investing in coaching. I think because there are really no barriers to entry for starting an online business, it gives some people the misconception that you should be able to easily become profitable without investing in your business. And those are two completely different things, right? Most of us have software and systems that we've had to invest in. I know a lot of new entrepreneurs, and I did it too. In the very beginning, I chose my systems based on every free system, right? MailChimp is free, Calendly is free. I signed up for things based on the fact that they were free. I made the big investment right away with a coach, and then I signed up for as many free software systems as I could. The issue with my thinking was, and I know, guys, I can speak on this because I did the exact same thing. When I launched my business, I had the mindset that I was going to do it as cheap as I possibly could. Now, I also wanted to do it as quickly as I could, which is why I invested in a high-level coaching program. Literally, immediately was the first thing I did. I actually purchased that before I even purchased a website domain. I invested in the coach immediately. But you have to be honest with what it's going to take to hit the income level that you want to hit. And that first coaching program that I signed on with, by far was not my last, right? I'm in a mastermind now. I personally think as a coach, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, it is my duty to my clients and my potential clients, my future clients, to constantly be improving myself and improving my business. And the number one way that I can continue to grow as a coach is by getting coaching myself. And if you look at all the big people, right? Richard Branson, even Oprah, like everybody at these really high levels have coaches and mentors that they work with. But for some reason, there's this misconception among some in the online space among entrepreneurs that they should be able to do it all on their own. And that just really the reality of it is most people don't do it all on their own. Most people have made some investment in their business and some investment in coaching to be able to scale their business and hit the income levels that they want to hit. Okay, so I'm going to recap for you guys, and then we're going to wrap this up unless somebody drops another question. And remember too, guys, if you want one of the free strategy sessions, these are intended for people that haven't already hopped on a free strategy session with me. Just drop the word call, and we can talk about your business and how you're getting clients into it or why the clients aren't coming into it, right? So go ahead and drop the word free call. I know Katie and Erica, I jotted down, you guys already dropped it. So anybody that drops free call, whether it's on the live or the replay, I'll go back through this later today and I'll make sure to reach out to each of you. Alicia said, yes, agree, constantly growing and learning. Yeah, so incredibly important no matter what business we're in. So to recap for you guys, we talked about them a little bit in a strange order, but I'm just going to go in order that we talked about them on the live today. In order to scale your business, in order to bring yourself to that next income level, there are a few specific things that you really need to be focused on. Number one, you need to know what your income generating activities are. No more dinking around and messing around, playing with your website colors, deciding on a new template for your emails, right? None of that. We're focused on the things that are going to bring clients in, which are the things that are going to make us money, okay? Your income generating activities. You also need to know exactly what that next level looks like for you. Because if you don't know where you're going, you don't know how to get there. And I want you to get really clear and specific. And some of these things, right, recapping, they're pretty closely related. Map it out. You need to have an exact strategy mapped out of how you're going to hit that next income level. And remember, what you did to get to where you are right now might not work to get you to the next level. Okay, you need to have an actual strategy mapped out of how you're going to hit that income goal. If you don't have that, let's chat on a free call, okay? Number three, you need to know exactly, right? And if you've been in business for a bit, you need to know exactly what your programs look like and how that ties into scaling to that next level, okay? It might mean that you need to scale your programs if you're looking at maybe going from like $2,000 a month up to $10,000 a month. So when you're looking at that next level income goal, you need to also have that broken down of how does that translate into the program that you're selling, right? How many of these do you actually need to be selling every single month to hit that income goal? And the last thing that we talked about, yes, Alicia said it all started to rocket for me when I did coaching with you, Kim. Yes, guys, Alicia was amazing. And I'm still over here celebrating for you, that international client, girl. And then the last thing that we talked about is being really honest with yourself about what you need to invest in your business and when it's time to invest. So many brand new entrepreneurs think they can't invest in a coach until they make money. But the truth of it is, when you invest with a good coach that's going to teach you the strategies to make money, you're going to make that money back plus some, right? You now have the strategies in place to continue making money in your business even after you have stopped working with that coach. So as Alicia said, it started to skyrocket for her when she did coaching with me. Because guys, what I teach my clients is a very specific strategy so that even when we're done working together, you continue with your strategy and you know every single day what you have to do to get clients in and hit your income goals that month. Okay, so if that's something that sounds interesting to you too, I do have a program kicking off next month. I would love to chat with you about that. You can drop the word call and we can hop on a free strategy session if you would like to talk about how you're currently getting clients in your business. And if you are interested in talking about the program, if you want me to help you get your strategy set up so that you know exactly what you need to do to hit your income goals every month, you can drop the word program and I'll reach out to you later today and we can chat about the program. I am going to make sure that no other questions came in. Hi, Anastasia. Hi. Oh, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Fatama? I'm going to try to take a guess there. Hi, Linda. Good to see you, ladies. All right, guys, I might have to go ice my shoulder. If you're hopping on now, catch the replay because you missed some really, really good info in the beginning. And am I pointing right? There we go. I'm going to tag Bree. I wanted everybody to see. I'm going to get my office put together, but I love my digital illustration that she did for me. So I finally got it framed. All right, guys, that is it. If you're catching the replay, make sure to drop call if you want to hop on a free strategy session. Drop the word program if you're interested in finding out what it would look like if we work together so that you have consistent clients coming into your business next month. All right, guys, that's it. Have a great day.